morning. It's Sunday, the 21st of November. Bloody freezing. Yeah, wind's changed, coming out of north. Bloody hell, it's 10 degrees lower than it was yesterday. Warm yesterday. And well, it's seasonal weather anyway. It's like normal. I mean, oh there, look. We put some slug pellets on an area here, but I don't know. I think the slugs have had it, so I'm maybe tomorrow gonna patch up. I don't know, there's only about 2 acre block in there because there's just not enough plants, I don't think, to tiller. And yeah, we neglected it really. But anyway, not to worry. Just wandering over to these my cover crop experiment because I'm really into it now, and I think it is the future. Look after your soils a bit better and store what's there. You know, don't try not to let any nutrients in that soil leach over winter if you're drilling spring corn. Oh, it's raw. It really is raw. So, but we've got a real good look on. Really pleased. Even this real late drill stuff, that's the only, actually that field's the only balls at what we've got really. This didn't get drilled. This was rape last year and really it should be in with wheat, and you could drill it today, but it's getting late enough on this land. We're just trying to get on top of the blackgrass problem. It's terrible, you can see how green it is. And I think if we work that up, or sprayed that off by next spring, it would be as green. So there's just billions and billions of seeds. So I might even grass it, I don't know. I could find someone who wants some grass. I'd consider grassing it for 3 or 4 years. So, but yeah, look at that wheat. Fantastic, really pleased, apart from that bung spout look. So yeah, it's a bit thin on this headland, but it's there. There's no slug damage. Oh, there's a little bit of slug damage actually. Oh, I only put some pellets on, so this should be alright. I mean, there's loads of plants there. There's enough plants there to make a crop, but over there, where we're re-drilling, nah, there's a quarter of the plants what's there. There's a bit of slug damage here. See that slug damage? What they do? They eat the leaf and they cut him off. He won't survive, I wouldn't have thought. He'll die. See there? Oh no, he's still attached. But yeah, quite pleased. That wheat looks really good. I mean, we have got some wheats on some light land what are getting in front of each other, getting in front of themselves. You know, they want some cold weather to slow them down, but I mean, that at this time of year is bang on tonight. I'm quite happy. So yeah, about 5 weeks, we need even 5 weeks to Christmas, is it? Where's the year gone? It's bloody crazy. Crazy where this time's going. Isn't it, Jet? This is just an oat stubble what's regenerated. This is all volunteers. And you would say what's happening there, that's storing what's in the soil, you know. It's pulling all the nutrients out. It's feasting on any nitrogen what's left, or and storing it up in its foliage. Bit of disease on it, look. And that's the idea. I mean, if it was bare soil, like if you'd ploughed it, the water washes through it, turns it to a puddle, washes it down too deep for your, well, down into your drains, I suppose, and then it's away. But the idea is, with this sort of, I don't know, cover crops and one thing or another, it's not to let the carbon out and look after your soil. You want something growing on it, feasting on them nutrients to feed your next cash crop. There's no point in letting all your nutrients disappear, and it don't cost that much. I've just been on Cotswold Seeds looking at straits, and you can buy mustard to go in it. We're going to brew our own mix up. I think we're going to have a base of either rye or spring oats, and we're going to put mustard in, which if it gets drilled early September or mid-September, you'll get a bit of benefit from mustard. But if you don't, as soon as you get your first frost, so if you get some early frost, it just wipes it out. But I think it will, if you get like these mild back ends, it will sort of produce a bit of nitrogen, because it's a legume. And then if it's in a mixture of oats and or rye or a few other species, I don't exactly know what is the best for our land. You know, I want to benefit the soil, and I want to put green matter into the soil. You know, I want to store all nutrients what are there, so they don't bugger off over winter. But no till on our land, I don't know. I think, you know, just direct drill, I don't know whether that'll work on our land. I think we'd have too much standing water. So I think we'll maybe go down the route of low disturbance subsoiler with some scratch arrows. So I don't know, I haven't a clue, you tell me. And it's a combination of oats, mustard, and maybe a white radish or something like that, a good combination. Maybe vetch and all, because a vetch will put as much foliage as it's on top, it's got as much root underneath it, so you're really adding to the soil, feeding the microorganisms underground. I mean, I don't know what I'm on about really, but I watch all sorts of fellas. A couple of fellas, Anthony Pierce, very interesting fella, very knows his stuff. He's a good watch. I mean, he's not like me. He's not like me. I'm a bit rough and ready like. But who else is there? Gabe Meller abroad. He's very, very good. He's in America. He taught. They've been doing it for years over there, so he's worth a watch. John Pawsey, he's another one in this country. He's big into his cover crops and his organic farming. Who else? John. Oh God. I don't know, there's loads of them anyway. Give them a look, just put cover crops in, and you know, there's all sorts of information. There's that much information, you confuse yourself, to be fair, and you don't know which way to turn. So I need some good advice. So you'll give me a good mix, what I can research and think it's right for me. On a budget, you know, I don't want to be spending a fortune on seed. I don't think you have to. I think you could blend some of yourself or grow some of yourself. Like, I think we're going to try and grow some mustard, put it in spring. Treat it like spring rape, and see if we can grow an acre and have our own seed. If we can produce, I don't know, 3/4 of a ton of seed, there's enough for what we want, and probably enough for a neighbour or two. You know, if they want some, get it dressed, and away you go. Brew your own cover crop up. But no, this is just naturally regenerated, this half of the field. And to be honest, there must have been a lot of barley behind combine. It was broke down to hell. So that's doing a job. That's just grown, you know. And these other two patches is one of what we've drilled. I'll show you that. Yeah, these are me couple of experiments. This is the bought seed. It consists of Westerwald ryegrass, white radish, some vetch, and fodder radish. But I don't think it's thick enough. I really don't. I mean, compared to my own stuff, I don't think it's thick enough. But what it's doing underneath, we don't know. And then we go over here. We run out of seed. Look at blackgrass. Look at that. That's terrible, isn't it? And then look at the bloody blackgrass in there. And then we go over here, and this is what our own mix. It's just a little bit of some oilseed rape and oats. Well, the idea is that's bringing carbon in, breathing carbon, and underneath it's bringing nutrients up into its foliage and storing it for me for winter. That's the idea. whether I've got the right combination, but if I put, I don't know, mustard in, if mustard was in that combination, it would still be growing, because this is only cold weather we've had. So if you had mustard in there, I think your mustard would be this tall in among that, you know, this tall in among that bed of oats and oilseed rape. And when you got the first frost, obviously it'd just keel over, and but it'd still be there, you know, to be utilised next year. And nodules of nitrogen would still be on its roots and probably be taken up by the oats and the rape, you know. So when it comes to blitz it with Roundup, because I would come in with and spray it 200 litres of water with 3 litres of glyphosate to give a right good kill, you know, but plenty of water, and get it into every bit of foliage, and then drill straight into it while it was green, you know. And as this sort of dies and goes down to earth, you know, it could suppress for weed control a little bit. Also, the new crop, the cash crop, we're going to feed on there. So, but how much nitrogen we dare skimp on, you know, how much is it going to save, I don't know. It's all experimental, but this is my experimental field. Maybe not the best with its blackgrass problem. What do you think? Am I doing right or doing wrong, or am I doing it totally ass first? I don't know. Let me know. Plenty of greenery, like. Go on, dog. We're just heading down to Latham to chop some trees down round our bullet grasses, and there's an hell of an operation here. They're putting new wires on pylons, and there's a great winch over there winching the new ones on, pulling the old ones off. And you see men right at the top, just, well, no, they're suspended on wires, but don't think I'd want to do it, especially when they're live. You have to have some trust in someone at yon end to make sure everything's switched off. Soon get fried. You see, yeah, they're pulling the second ones up. The second one's up, they're pulling them in. Funny looking tractor, I don't know what it is. It ain't in New Holland. But it must be a specialist piece of kit. No one up at the moment, they're all in their bait van. It's very dry down here at the moment, because well, I know they've got like bog mats down so they can paddle on them, but even though it'd be wet, it can get terribly wet down here in winter. So yes, you can see the second one's moving, they're winching them all as we speak. I would say a metre a minute maybe. So right, sweeper man's letting us by, so Mr. Go Plant. Right, he's filling front, he's got basket on and log grab. Not log grab, muck grab, so to clear up after ourselves. So right, we'll crack on. What we're doing today is just trimming these bloody trees back. They're just, oh, necking. You know, when we're mowing and stuff like that. Knocking wing mirrors and one thing or another. A big fire. It isn't butchery. We aren't killing the trees. It's husbandry. What would they call husbandry? If you didn't bloody, if you didn't keep on top of them, you lose like 10 yards into your field. So we're just having a tidy up and gathering a few logs as well. So, but. Yeah, so Ollie's in charge of fire, Phil's on loader, and I'm just general dog's body and chainsaw man. So, always have Stilts chainsaws. Pointless buying anything else, just buy Stilt or Husqvarna. Don't buy anything budget, just there's only 2 makes of chainsaw worth buying. Did you hear that? He says he likes destroying things. It's usually my tackle. This bloody thing's been studied on my memory. I think we'll knock these trees are historic, like. How old they are, I don't know. I would say a couple of 100 years. I mean, we like I keep saying, we are butchering them, we're just probably prolonging their lives because some of these limbs are getting further and further out, putting a lot of pressure on the trunks. So, but I've just said to them, look, we don't want to get rid of all the cattle shade. You know, we're leading some nice shade in this field, so you know, them real hot summer days where it's bloody 85 degrees. You know, the cattle want to be cool, don't they? Nice and shady. Good job he's doing something. Isn't it? Who do you think you are today? Stevie Wonder?
Oh yeah.
Can you see
Forgot
all that?
about that.
Can you see all that?
Yeah.
I'm knackered. Looks a lot tidier anyway down this edge. But we've had a real good day. I really enjoyed it today. Quite a team we are. Me and our only bounce off each other. It was quite a couple of idiots, to be fair. I'm ashamed to admit it neither. Yeah, good day. I don't think where the balloons will end up when they're letting them go. Someone who's 21.
How dare you?
What's that?
Greta.
Greta who?
Thunberg. That's what she used to say before the blah blah blah.
Greta have been right with our fire tree. But the least of problems is that, well, we're allowed to burn this type of stuff anyway. Like burning plastic wrap. No waste oil. Don't go anywhere near it, Phil, because you don't want no sparks at this time of night. There's a field of miscanthus, or elephant grass, whatever you want to call it, next door, and I've just had a paddle in, and there doesn't seem that much sort of, you know, biomass or whatever. And I watched some a field being baled at next door to us at Burnby, and they got a few bales. It was now in the summer, so I don't think that's the answer to save the planet, really. So, and it's tall, but you know, it's not dense. Well, blowing a gale, we've had a real good afternoon actually. Got all these trees back, load of firewood, all cleaned up. There's a bit to do tomorrow, so to finish off, but it's unusual for time of year to be down here though. I mean, it's usually like all these rig and furrows is usually all the low bits are full of water, and it's as dry as snuff. We haven't made a wheeling today, so yeah. But right, if you like these videos, like and subscribe. That's what you do. It's like saying wrong thing. My daughter keeps pulling me up. Oh, you keep saying tick and subscribe. But anyway, like and subscribe, and we do 2 a week. Rough farm in East Yorkshire. Bye for now.